Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the hearings. The Senate will start holding hearings aimed at informing their decisions when it comes to providing advice and consent to the president about his appointments. We've already had a question come in about the schedule, and we'll clear that up real quick before we get to what you can expect during the hearings. If you look at the schedule, it looks like each hearing is only 30 minutes long. This, of course, prompted questions. The schedule is misleading. The hearings are conducted by the relevant committees, not the whole Senate. They aren't actually limited to 30 minutes. Okay, so what can we expect? The rumor mill says that the Trump team prepared the nominees for their hearings through mock hearings and rehearsals. It also says that the main focus was preparing the nominee to defend Trump's positions and align themselves with Trump publicly. That makes sense for a lot of the nominees. It puts everybody on the record and on the same page. The problem for Trump and the opening for Democrats is that some of the nominees have their own statements that people will want to hear responses to. If they really did focus on defending Trump during the rehearsals, they may not be up to the task of answering those questions. The Democratic Party has an opening with some of the candidates. Not all, but some. We'll see if they take it. It's also important to remember that traditionally, most of the nominees are approved. The way our system is set up, the president gets a lot of leeway in choosing their cabinet. So, don't expect them to try to block them all. Some, while not ideologically where a lot of people want them to be, have the credentials for the position. So, which ones might be worth watching? There's a list. Tuesday, 9:30 a.m., Pete Hegseth for Secretary of Defense. Then at 10 a.m., Doug Burgum for Interior. Odds are Burgum will kind of breeze through, but the answers might give us an idea of how bad things will get for the environment. Moving on to Wednesday, 9 a.m., Kristi Noem for Homeland Security. That will probably get spicy. Then at 9:30 a.m., Pam Bondi for DOJ. Also, one that will likely kind of breeze through on the vote. But there will be questions that might give us insight. Then at 10 a.m., you have Chris Wright for Energy. He's heavy into fossil fuel. And energy is always interesting because they also oversee the U.S. nuclear stockpile. Then at 1 p.m., Russell Vought for Office of Management and Budget, an office that isn't thought of much, but features prominently in Project 2025. Keep in mind, some of the more controversial nominees haven't been scheduled yet. I know people will ask about RFK and Gabbard. Neither are scheduled at the time I'm recording this. It's going to be a busy week with a lot of sound bites and mudslinging and, did he really say that? But most will be approved. I don't really like using the term political theater because it gets used in conspiracy theories a lot. But unless something truly surprising comes out, this is mostly theater. The thing to remember is that theater is often educational, and we'll get some clues on what to expect. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.